pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
A little bit
follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series here, live on JTN from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So happy you're joining us here for our coverage this evening. As always, I'm your host, JoeTowNetwork. Joining me up here in the booth tonight, the one and only Mr. Joseph Weaver. Weaver, welcome to Sin City. How's the gambling life going for you?
Oh, we got a few plays in for the big games this weekend. Got some big fights here this weekend. Definitely taking in all the nightlife we got here. But today we're focused on a big race here with Bomb Squad Racing, doing some little old school racing here at Vegas. This is the old configuration. Low bacon in the corner should be a real fun time.
I was going to say, as a Mark Martin fan, you got to be loving what you're seeing out here tonight.
Yeah, Joe, I'm a big fan of this track. We got the 12-degree banking through the corners. These drivers are really going to be driving their butts off tonight. Cars are going to be on the edge of control. They're going to be relying a lot on the tires for grip, and I think it's going to lead to some great racing.
Remember, folks, new this year, we made the move back to 2X wear. So what that means for these drivers is tires and fuel consumption about 2 times quicker than what you'd normally expect for a NASCAR Cup Series race at this configuration of the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. What that means for us tonight, about 32 laps on a tank of fuel for this 94-lap race. Looking at 2 pit stops, Weaver, but we heard those drivers down on pit lane during practice screaming about those tires wearing out on them way too early.
Yeah, Joe, I'm sure they're thinking that they went to the 2X wear, not the 3X, because they would have been in way earlier than that fuel tank was calling them in for tires had it been the 3X. So I think tonight we're going to be running out of the tire life right as we have to come in down pit road around that 30-lap mark for fuel. I think we could see some differing strategies, though, opening up. You know, some people maybe pit a little early, some try and run that tank dry, see what'll happen with that.
Qualifying results are starting to trickle across the tops of your screens at home, folks. Again, cannot thank you enough for tuning in here this evening. This, of course, is your AutoSim 2 race preview. Remember, AutoSim 2 now available on the Steam store for $9.99 USD. Go check it out. Again, 94 laps here tonight. Can't thank everyone else enough for tuning in. See Tim, Greg, Kathy, Magoo all tuning in, folks. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday night. Again, laps of our coverage last week. Thanks for joining us here this week. Power has officially been restored to our JTN studios as of last weekend, thankfully. Didn't have to go without it for too long, but back here in fabulous Las Vegas this evening. Going to be a fun time for sure. Again, those qualifying results at the top of your screens. Waiting for happy hour to kick off here, Weaver. It looks like the cars are getting pulled back out onto the pit lane. That means our qualifying results are in. Why don't you take us through tonight's starting lineup?
With Joe taking the pole for tonight and looking for his 3rd win already on the season. It's going to be the 193 BSR Ricky J. He set a time of 30.633. Starting outside row 1 is the 47 of Tyler Mallon. Row 2 is the 199 of BSR M. Coulong and the 8 of Cody Luke. Row 3, we have the 73 of Herman Reese and the 088 of BSR Greg Lovell. Row 4 is the 022 of Jason San Diego and the 22 of Rick Craddock. Row 5 is the 66 of BSR Terry Scott and the 925 of Wiley King. Row 6 is the 103 of BSR Nelly and the 4 of BSR Silver Bullet. Row 7 is the 21 of Randy Waugh and the 144 of BSR Magoo. Row 8 is the 19 of BSR Furco and the 28 of BSR Mac Daddy. Row 9 is the 03 of BSR D Hardy and the 49 of BSR Brain Fade. Row 10 is the 011 of Steve Grant and the 114 of BSR Eli. Row 11, we have the 028 of BSR Monty Keller and the 41 of Denny Carroll. Row 12 is the 68 of BSR Brian Voiles and the 2 of BSR RJ Rusty. All alone on row 13 is the 38 of BSR Sean.
Strong field of 25 cars here this evening from Sin City. Again, folks, cannot thank you enough for tuning in here to JTN tonight. You're going to see those happy hour times across the top of your screens now. Make sure if you haven't already, click the like button on the video, subscribe. We think you're going to like what you see here tonight. This track going to provide some great racing action, as it always does here, as we always do here, as well with the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series. A couple new names and faces out there on the track that don't... You know, I know Danny Hardy in this 03 car wasn't out there, I believe, at Daytona a couple weeks ago. Can't say for certain if he was participating last week, but good to see Danny back out on track in that 03 Chevy. Going to look for him to make a rise from the back of the field, starting all the way back there in the 17th position tonight.
Yeah, Joe, quite a few people starting in that mid to back half of the field. Very strong. You mentioned the 03 of Danny Hardy. You got the 28 BSR Mac Daddy starting back there in 16th. Going to be a couple drivers to keep an eye on as they make their way through the field.
Now, starting at the back at a track like this, where we already know that tires are going to be a concern, does that... You know, when you start back there, are you maybe thinking about taking that more conservative approach at the start of a run and trying to save those tires, or do you want to press the issue? Because I think that's always something that's really hard for maybe some of these guys that we expect to be a little bit quicker towards the back. Sometimes it's hard for them to kind of conserve those tires early on.
Yeah, Joe, I definitely think if you're back there, your best bet is going to be to save those tires and try and make up those spots later in the race on a longer run. I think if you go out there and try pushing from the start, you're just going to put yourself in a hole to start the race, and nobody wants to be in a hole that early.
Tim, we're doing well. Power's back here in Ann Arbor. Our JTN studios are fully operational, which is good. Had a couple great races to start the week. Happy to end the week here, or at least our last till the weekend, with Bomb Squad. So we are happy to be back in the booth tonight. I know Weaver's definitely happy about it to get his experience points that he's been racking up here, doing all the commentary for these races here in 2023, and looking to continue to have some fun here tonight with the boys at Bomb Squad Racing.
I mean, that's what it's all about, Joe. We're out here having fun.
What do you do with all that XP? Like, Bristol never told... Like, as part of my contract, I don't have XP points, but Bristol said it as part of, like, you know, you and Dewey, our newer guys, you guys have XP points. What does he let you spend those on?
I just tell him to hold on to them, you know, keep putting them back into the broadcast, you know, help me level up my skills.
Help you look a little bit better each and every week?
Yeah, I think I might start banking them. I'll have a little cosmetic surgery, make my tongue a little smaller so I don't trip over it so often, but, you know, we're working on it.
Kathy in chat says, I asked Brian to let me drive his car tonight. He informed me it was not a destruction derby. Kathy, you're the owner. I mean, just tell him to get out of the car. I mean, I don't know if anyone else out there, I'm assuming a lot of folks out there have watched it, but do you remember in Iron Man 2 when Tony just steps into that F1 car because he owns it? Could have just done that. Bada bing, bada boom. Problem solved. I feel like that's okay to say because that movie came out, what, like 10 years ago now? At least?
Yeah, it's been
12
a while.
years?
Long enough for me to forget that happened in it, so. Has been a while.
Tyler Mellon, the 47, they're looking for a good night here this evening with that Kingsford charcoal Toyota. Then he pouts was the response in chat from Kathy. So, you know, I guess you gotta keep your driver happy. March is madness, Weaver. March is madness.
And it is. That's why it birthed me.
Oh. Weaver, you've said a lot of unhinged things, and that one kind of ranks up there in my opinion.
Is it unhinged?
It's not unhinged, but it's definitely not something I would have expected someone to say. You know? It was good, though.
You got to understand what you are. You know, acceptance is the first
Acceptance
step in
of self,
something.
right? That's the
Yeah.
first step towards anything.
Absolutely. I'm okay with that, too.
Cars getting lined up on the grid here, folks. Again, cannot thank you enough for tuning in tonight. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, say hello as we wait the command here from Sin City.
Drivers, start your engines!
As we get the command, and these cars fire up for 94 laps of racing around this traditional mile-and-a-half configuration of Las Vegas. 25 cars rolling off the grid here tonight. Leading the way is going to be the 193 of Ricky J, back where he has started this year, finishing first in our first two races. Tyler Mallon to the outside in the number 47. At 47, team looking for a win. Know that they're tired of being the bridesmaid. Mike Coulong in the 199 there, and Cody Luke in the number 8. Thanks to Cody for carrying the JTN logos on the side of that Budweiser Chevy here tonight. Herman Reese always fast on these tracks, and Greg Lovell, another driver looking for a strong finish here tonight. Pair of 22s, but one's an 022. That's Jason San Diego on the bottom. And the 22 of Rick Craddock on the outside. And then rounding out your top 10 tonight, the 66 of Terry Scott. And the 925 of Wiley King. Welcome back, Mark. Glad to see you in chat. Dodge Charger pace car is in. We get ready to go racing here from Las Vegas. And away we go. Green flag. We're underway here from Sin City.
Go down and through turns 1 and 2, top 5 going single file. Make that about top 7 now, single file. Ricky J still your leader.
Saw Eli in the 114 make contact with the outside wall towards the back there. You see that 114 Toyota getting things collected back up. As you said, though, back up front, top drivers still single file. Top 4, as you see Lovell looking to the inside of Cody Luke in the 8.
Took a look, but thought better of it. Now maybe going to make a move here on corner exit. Cody Luke going to get a good drive off there, running that middle line through 1 and 2.
Top 2 have broken away from the rest of these leaders here early.
Tyler Mallon taking a look to the inside here through the trial. We're going to be side by side as we go into turn 1.
Mallon looking for the lead down into quarter number 1. Big dive from the 47. Moves Tyler Mallon to the point as Ricky J going to try to come back on the outside.
Tyler Mallon did a good job clearing the 93 there. Parked the bus there on corner exit. Did not let that bottom open up for a crossover. It's going to solidify him in the lead here.
Allowed the rest of these leaders to try to close the gap a little bit. You see Lovell still all over the back bumper of Cody Luke in the number 8. These two drivers battling for that final spot up on the podium in third. Randy Watt towards the back, saw a swerving car down the back straightaway. That's that 21 Alabama Crimson Tide Dodge. Danny Hardy now looking to the inside of that car. Ooh, one in the wall towards the back. Magoo around. Brian Voiles collected. First caution of the night going to be out here off of turn number 2. Brian Voiles, heavy hit from the 028 of Monty Keller, who slams the outside retaining wall there off of turn number 2. And as we said, first caution of the night going to be out here working lap 5.
I bet you there's somebody in chat right now thinking they could have made it through that wreck.
I have a feeling I'm thinking you're right. See a replay of it. You see that 028, he just steps out on him. Magoo not able to give him enough of a break there. It was already on the back bump for Monty Keller, and saw Brian Voiles also collected up in it.
Yeah, tough incident there. 144 BSR Magoo going to be able to get out of it with little to probably no damage there on his car, but he said Brian Voiles there probably taking the brunt of the impact.
Onboard Voiles trucking. Onboard camera with Voiles.
Yeah, that really is a tough incident, Joe. In the game NR 2003, when your car starts stepping out on you like that, one of the easiest and safest ways to save a car from a spin like that is to just kind of jump on the brakes, get the car slowed down as quick as possible, kind of get it turned back straight. And if you got a car right on your tail end, that can happen.
Wiley King wins the race off of pit road. Strategy call there from that team. Take 2 tires. Something that we heard about that Team Speedland crew in their 25th anniversary season. They've talked a lot about trying to make these strategy calls.
Only about 5-6 laps on that run there, so not a bad idea. Got 925 down on the access road. Might be coming back down here.
Maybe saw not as many takers on that strategy call and elected to go back down. Mark, we're glad to have you back there. Folks, as always, make sure if you haven't already, make sure you click the like button on the video and subscribe. Again, we're posting all kinds of great content here on JTN, including Fake Racers Podcast, little clips and shorts. We got our highlight shorts of all of our races we broadcast. Those have been doing really well. So go check those out, of course, as well. And folks, I mean, if they're not subscribed, they're going to miss some of this great content that we post, right?
Absolutely, Joe. If you ain't subscribed by now, I don't know what you're doing. You're really missing out. We got, like Joe said, a lot of great new short form content for you. You know, you're on your break at work, or you just need that little 3-second video. Hey, we got them for you.
You just miss our voices a little bit in the middle of the day, you know?
Sometimes you got to tune in, or we're always broadcasting these races. We at least got one a week probably for the next foreseeable future.
I'm pretty sure we got 2 a week pretty much through May at least. So we're here.
Always something going on here at JTN, so never a better time to subscribe than now.
Speaking of, here's your upcoming races presented by our friends at TWB Technologies. As always, folks, together we are better. USORL Cup Series action from Anchorage on March 4th. Coverage kicking off 10:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Then it's the Fast Renegade Cup Series from Portland on Sunday, March 5th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's the debut, I believe, for that version of the Portland Speedway in NR 2003. So, again, go check that out. And then the TMP Supercar Series, right now, I believe, scheduled for Memphis on Monday night, March 6th, 8:55 p.m. Eastern Time. Still trying to confirm that with league officials. Where we will race, but we'll be live here with TMP Supercar Series, excuse me. Again, on Monday, March 5th. So a lot of great racing action coming up here on JTN. So make sure, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button so you don't miss a second of it. You need to do a top 10 rec every week. Then at the end of the year, count them down from 20. Yeah. See, here's the really good stuff with doing these shorts. It gives me a reason to clip a lot of that content, and then I already have it clipped. So that it's like, it's that working smarter, not harder type thing.
I do like that idea of a year-end roundup video.
I wish, you know, we need to just have like a running tally of these moments, and I think that's what the shorts feed is going to help us do.
I think so as well.
We'll just take whichever ones get the most views, so make sure you view them if you like them. You just keep, you know, you watch them like 10 or 15 times. Dodge Charger pace car going to pull in here off of turn number 4. Ricky J with the lead. Winner of the first 2 races of the season here in the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series. That Voil's trucking forward. He is trucking here early on this year, looking for another championship. Into the restart zone and back away we go. Green flag once again here from Vegas.
Good start there by everybody. 47 Tyler Mallon gave the 93 a shot there on the restart. Can't switch lanes and make that move too soon before you get past that start-finish line.
See the JTM pylon on the left now. A little wonky looking. We'll try to get that fixed as we can.
Everybody nice single file and orderly here as we go down the back straightaway. Top 2 starting to pull a little bit there on 3rd place, Cody Luke. Greg Lovell makes a move down low going into 1. He's going to take 3rd place from that 8 car of Cody Luke. The 088 has also been strong here to start this season. Joe been having some good runs. Always expect that from that team, though.
And, you know, Greg, he races everywhere, right? So, you know, it's not for a lack of experience with that Texaco Ford team. They're putting the work and the effort in each and every week. We see them so often here on JTM between all of the leagues we're broadcasting.
Greg now putting some pressure there on the back bumper. The 47, Tyler Mallon under attack from behind, but still trying to look for a way around Ricky J there for first.
Cody Luke losing another spot there to Mike Coulong in the 199.
Mallon looking low into 1. They're side by side.
Tyler Mallon back to the point in the 47.
Good move to take first there, and a good move by the 193 to realize Greg Lovell's right there, could pounce, let off maybe a little bit going there into 1, slot in into 2nd, not to lose any more spots, getting stuck on the outside trying to fight for that position.
How much of that, too, is kind of just, you know, we know those two, they work together quite a lot. How much of that, too, is kind of that confidence that that guy behind you, you've run a lot of laps with him, you work with him fairly often. His caution going to be out here for the 2nd time tonight on lap 15, but you kind of have a little bit of faith in him.
Yeah, I think so quite a bit. You know, you want to get back in that position. Oh, no, what happened here to Magoo? Oh my, Joe.
Assuming it's not good.
It looks like we had some problems getting off turn 2 there the lap before, and he was way down in the grass. Trying to get it woed down, just came back up on the track there in 3 and 4. Believe that was Furco that made contact.
And that looks like a game crashing or minimizing type of issue there, or a wheel coming unplugged or something, because you're not going to drive down in the grass like that, right?
No, not by choice there. Definitely think you're onto something there with the game issue coming there out of 2.
So field going to come down the pit lane, led by Tyler Mallon in the 47 team. They're going to be looking for a good stop there. Everyone we talked about at the tire is going to be super important here tonight. Everyone electing to come down and take 4 fresh Goodyear Racing Eagles. See RJ Rusty only taking 2. Going to get a bunch of track position here. It looks like going to come off 4th.
Ricky J wins the race off pit road. That first pit stall paying dividends.
How good are those dividends?
You can't beat that first stall, Joe. All you got to do is go a couple inches, and then you're registered as the leader coming off pit road.
So Eli staying out, Furco's staying out, Magoo's staying out, so they're all going to come down pit lane this time. Tim said in chat he's going to the turn 4 bar and that he's buying. Tim, if you want to get us a couple for after we're done, we'd be appreciative of it.
Oh yeah, I'm down to party in Vegas.
I mean, you've been partying all week out here.
Yeah, I wanted to come visit you. We had a little bit of time off there, but power was out. It's all cold. Who wants to do that? It came out into the desert.
You wanted to come visit JTN Central?
Yeah, I had to go see who was signing that paw print at the bottom of all my checks.
Give him a pat on the head, a little rub on the chin.
Yeah, tell him a good job. I'm sure he was doing a good job keeping you warm when you didn't have any heat.
Cannot confirm that. Some dogs love their personal space, Weaver, just like some people.
You gotta show him who's boss. Sometimes you gotta take the warmth from him.
No, I did eventually. He you know how dogs do that like groan and sigh thing that they do.
Mm-hmm.
He just sitting there doing that, not having any of it, but he knows he couldn't do anything about it. Folks, again, can't thank you enough for tuning in here tonight to JTN. Make sure if you haven't already, click the like button on the video and subscribe. Again, doing all those things helps support us so much here on the JoeTowNetwork JTN. Make sure you're also following us on all of our social media at JoeTowNetwork, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. You can also make sure you're subscribed to us over on JTN2, which is where we post all of our longer form content, although we're kind of migrating some of that back over here to the main channel to help with that those viewership numbers again. Again, go check all of those things out. It does so much help. You do so much help to help support us when you click on a video, when you watch it for a couple minutes, even if you don't watch the whole thing. Again, it is much appreciated. When you click that subscribe button, we appreciate it so much as well. So, again, if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Please click like, and we can't wait to keep showing you some great racing action like we're seeing here tonight from Sin City. Ricky J going to lead us back to green. Tyler Mallon there in second. Greg Lovell, Mike Coulong. And then Rick Craddock, your top 5. Jason San Diego, Herman Reese. Nelly in the 103. Danny Hardy in the 03. And Randy Waugh in the 21. As we approach the restart here, coming to lap 20 of 94. Dodge Charger pace car is in. And back away we go. Green flag once again here from Vegas.
Through turns 1 and 2, the top 3 have a good advantage there on 4th place. Everybody else single file through the field. You know, another big advantage here, winning that race off pit road, being able to start in first each time here for Ricky J. Big advantage comes from the 47 Tyler Mallon. He has to run hard if he wants to go out here. He's got to go out there, earn that lead. Might be taking some extra life off his tires while the 193 can save that rubber. Still only lose a spot or two maybe, but he's going to have it if this thing runs long.
Yeah, with Mallon there in second, and now you got Lovell, who's creeped up into this picture, right? Lovell wasn't there last time the 47 made a move on the 193. As you see Mallon now looking to the inside into 3 and 4, and Ricky J just doesn't seem to have the short run speed. This is something that's been a common occurrence with this team on a lot of these mile and a halfs the last couple of years here in the Bomb Squad Racing League. They don't seem to have the short run speed a lot of these weeks at these high tire wear tracks. But then the car kind of comes to the driver of the 193, Ricky J and Voil's trucking crew. So kind of looking to see if we get that similar phenomenon here tonight, Weaver. Obviously, I don't think we've run a long enough run to really get a good idea if that is the case here again. But, yeah, it's just another thing to kind of think about here. Short run versus long run speed. If we get those long runs, of course, is always the question. Right now, the field is single file, so you're kind of feeling good if you got that long run setup car, because we kind of had 2 cautions to start this thing that are just a little weird. But nonetheless, we're single file with Tyler Mallon out in front.
Now we are looking back through the field, making a move now on 8th place. It's the 03 of Danny Hardy, trying to get by the 103 of BSR Nelly for 8th, but he's been on the charge since the drop of the green flag. He said he was going to be somebody to keep an eye out for him during this race.
And I talked about him starting all the way back in 17th here tonight. So Danny doing a good job right now in that 03.
And not too far behind him in 11th there, 28 BSR Mac Daddy.
Zebra cakes and Bush beer on that car.
I was looking through the paint schemes here, and quick glance, I said, man, Little Debbie looks a little different there on the hood of that car, but reading the name, it ain't Little Debbie anymore.
Well, if you're not too careful with eating those zebra cakes and drinking that beer, it's kind of like a foreshadowing effect. And Hardy to the inside of Nelly.
Maybe a little more realistic of a name and sponsor.
Back to our JTM pylon there. Again, folks, apologies for some of the things that look a little wonky on that. But you get the gist of the running order. A little bit better than what the ticker can do as the 103's into the wall. 21 swerving to avoid it. We're going to stay green. That was a big moment.
Real big moment. I'll tell you who really got the short end of the stick there. 21 of Randy Waugh had to really slow down. He was down on the apron on that back straightaway.
Tyler Mallon now has about a car length gap back to Ricky J in the 193.
Tight running there behind the 193. You got the 088 of Greg Lovell. You got the 199M Coulong not too far behind. A lot of fast cars here.
Is Cody Luke out of this race?
Yeah, he came down just a couple laps ago. I believe they pulled it into the garage there.
Need to watch this battle for second. As Greg Lovell in the 088 is trying to find a way around Ricky J. Look back throughout the field. BSR Sean to the inside of Nelly in the 103. Make a pass there down into 3. Steve Grant in the 011 trying to do the same thing. That Freightliner car getting up close to the outside wall allows Nelly to cut back to the inside.
Oh, we got 3 cars around there off turn 2, Joe.
Lonnie
028
Keller.
The 28 or 21 of Randy Wall was around.
Caution number 3 going to be out here. And the 028 gets loose. Randy Waugh just right into the back of him. Wiley King does a good job of getting through there.
Kind of similar to our first yellow at 028, like you said, getting loose there on the corner exit of corner number 2.
The third caution of the night here, lap 32. Tyler Mallon leading them back down the pit lane.
Once again, the 193 Ricky J going to win the race off pit road. The 22 Jason San Diego also up a position there. Now he's going to be restarting 4th.
Reports from the 8 is they put the wrong gear in the car. That's unfortunate. I've definitely been guilty of that in the past. I don't know about you, Weaver.
Oh yeah, we've definitely made some mistakes like that before. It's never fun. You leave the track kicking yourself. Nothing you could do once you start the race, though.
So as we work this third caution, we get ready to go back green, Weaver. What are you looking at? Or for, rather. What are you looking for out of these drivers here?
Well, Joe, I'm looking a little deeper in the field here. Like I said, the 022 got around the 199 there. He was looking strong there towards the end of that last little run. Also looking back a little further, Keith McLean, the 28, up to 7th now. Danny Hardy right behind him in 8th. Let's see if they can continue their charge to the front.
Things to watch here from Las Vegas. So we get ready to go back. Green flag racing coming to lap 36 of 94. Dodge Charger pace car is in. Gives way to Ricky J in the 193. And back down, away we go. Green flag once again here from Sin City.
.47 Tyler Mallon already taking that look down through 1 and 2. They're going to be side by side through turns 1 and 2.
Mallon on the bottom. Ricky J loose. He's going to go around. He saves it somehow, but he's going to lose all that track position, Weaver.
A big save there, and he is going to lose quite a lot of track position, but it's better than ending up in the wall there, Joe.
All back,
Rough
Daddy.
start.
Make a pass there on Rick Craddock for position, but Weaver, a rough restart for the 193 team. They went from first to, I don't know, mid-pack.
Yeah, sitting right now back in 12th position, got a lot of spots to make up to get back to that lead.
Going to be a tough one indeed for driver 193. I guess he's only got a 93 on the door and a 93 on our graphics, but you know.
Back at the front, 47 Tyler Mallon, your leader. 088 Greg Lovell close in tow. Jason San Diego also there in third, not far behind. Got a little bit of a gap to 4th place, though. Now, Joe, you look back there at 12th, 13th position. You have the 193, Ricky J, the 68, Brian Voiles. A lot of people might not like seeing two of the same paint scheme or even close resembling schemes on the same track, but I think it's a good look. A little homage. You got F1 starting this week, so.
You like the team liveries?
Yeah, I think it's a good look. A little uniformity with the teams, even if it's not a complete same livery, just the accents that are the same, a la RFK and their pillars.
Oh, you just saw that too, huh?
Yes.
We We got a little news placard up here in the booth that likes to tell us a bunch of stuff while we're watching these races, and half the time it's completely pointless and useless to us, but there we go. There was one that was on topic, to say the least. And then again, there's your update on Ricky J. See Craddock and Danny Hardy battling for position. This, it looks like, for the 6th spot. Hardy able to hold on to the position there down into turn 3. Two biggest movers of this race, of course, have been Mac Daddy in the 28, started 16th up to 5th, and Hardy in the 03 started 17th and up to 6th. The two biggest movers.
Almost like they're tandeming their way through the field.
It's crazy how that works, ain't it?
Hey, if you got a fast car, you're going to find your way to the front one way or the other.
Approaching halfway here from Las Vegas. Tyler Mallon, your leader in the 47. They are doing a great job in that car here tonight.
Greg Lovell keeping that pressure on in second place, though. Has been tight on the bumper, that 47 all run here. Not really making too many moves to try and make a pass here, but keeping that pressure on him, maybe trying to force a mistake.
Longest run that we've had so far here as I knock on the wooden desk that I'm sitting at.
Just had to say something, huh?
I knocked on the desk. I got rid of the bad juju. Shout out to all my... well...
The two of BSR RJ Rusty around and in the grass on the back straightaway. Randy Waugh, the 21, also up in the wall with contact.
Caution number 4.
There off of turn 2.
So that's what we'll. That'll make a short for sure. You look at it. RJ Rusty's up against the wall here, off of turn number 2. We're gonna kind of get 3 wide. Monty Keller. I don't know. How do you pin blame in that incident, Weaver?
I don't know if you really can there, Joe. I think that's
no.
If I'm gonna point the blame at anybody, I think it's got to be our old buddy there, Bump a Grab. See there with the 028 coming up there. All intents and purposes was clear of the 21, but you know we got some honey that they rubbed on these bumpers.
Did we just resurrect the JTN Jinx?
I think you did.
Oh, yeah, come on, man. You gotta.
I'm putting that one on you solely. I didn't have anything to do with it.
Oh, man.
I didn't have a good feeling, Joe. I told you.
Halfway in this one from Las Vegas. Again, working our 4th caution of the night. Cars down on pit lane. See, I think Ricky J will be able to gain a couple spots. Probably won't be able to come off pit lane with the lead, though, this time. Tyler Mallon wins the race off pit road. Greg Lovell, Chase San Diego, M. Coulong, Danny Hardy, your top 5. Cars off pit lane, working another caution. Let's go ahead and step away and get a word from our sponsor, AutoSim2. Have you ever wanted to manage your own racing team? Or what if you could go back in time to see if a particular season could have finished differently? Well, folks, have no fear because AutoSim2 is here. With fully customizable roster files, you can create your own world or try to recreate the past. Heck, you could even try to predict the future through AutoSim2's Sim Mode. Don't like the passive approach? Well, then get more hands-on in owner mode, where you decide who drives your cars and what companies will sponsor them. Down on your luck? Well, then scout some new talent that will get you to the top. Already super successful? Try moving up the ladder or expanding to truly solidify your racing empire. However you want to play, AutoSim 2 has you covered and is now available for purchase through the Steam store for $9.99. Now go make your mark and build your legacy in AutoSim 2. And again, folks, AutoSim 2, text-based motorsports simulation game, full customizability. It's super easy to make mods and stuff for the game based off of any year in motorsports. There's a great community with their Discord. Go check it out. Again, AutoSim 2. Weaver, if you could play any year of motorsport, any motorsport, it doesn't matter. It could be boat racing for all I care, because you can do it in AutoSim 2. What would you pick? What year, and what would it be?
Well, there's a couple that come to mind off the top of my head, but I think I'll probably go back to 09, go through the Cup Series again, maybe sit Jimmy out of race or two in the chase.
Maybe put some more money into Mark's car than Jimmy's.
Maybe just a little bit there in the chase, it couldn't hurt anything.
Again, folks, go check it out, AutoSim 2. It's a great little game. You can have endless hours of fun. I heard nothing but great reviews about it from most folks. Nothing but great reviews. Again, go check it out. Available on Steam. We're here in Las Vegas. We're betting men up here in the booth, I'd like to think. We've been talking about for a year now about doing some kind of little sports gambling show because we're degenerates like that. But Weaver, I mean, if you had to give the folks at home, of course, not financial advice, but if you had to tell them one thing to bet on here in the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series tonight, what would you tell them?
Oh, man, I think you could bet on this thing coming down to the wire and giving us a good finish. We've seen already there's quite a few strong cars and some that are still trying to make their way to the front to battle for that lead. The 47 Tyler Mount has looked strong all night, but Greg Lovell's been close in tow. You got to look for that 193 Ricky J to make his way back up through the field. And anybody in this top 5, top 6 really right now has a shot at this win. I think it's really going to come down to that last lap.
Kathy saying she's heading to the Hold'em tables after the race. I'm a roulette guy myself, mainly because I don't really have to know what's going on to play that one. I just know a ball has to fall in the color or number or whatever that I need it to. You any table games that you like to play, Weaver?
I'm okay with the some 21, some blackjack, but
okay.
I think I might meet Kathy there at the blackjack or the Hold'em tables. Big fan of some poker.
Greg's saying he'd bet that there's going to be at least 3 more cautions. Yeah, tell us what your favorite table games are in chat. Tyler Mallon leading us back to green. Greg Lovell, Jason San Diego, your top 3. Restart coming to lap 50 of 94. Green flag, and we're back underway here from Sin City. Top 3 able to distance themselves. 199M Coulong, not as good of a restart there. You see Ricky J further on back, already trying to make up some ground to the inside of BSR Sean. Down into turn 3, that wheel's trucking forward. He'll take a spot. Now, we saw this 193 not able to kind of pick his way up through the field there on that last run after losing all the track position. Weaver, was that probably a product of maybe using up those tires trying to save the car on the restart?
I think so. Maybe a little bit of that. Maybe not so eager to go out there and fight to get him back just yet. Now he's got those fresh tires. He's on a level playing field with everyone around him. Expect to see some big moves here from the 193.
Jay going to be able to make another pass here, trying to at least down into turns 3 and 4. Got Nelly on the outside in that 103. They'll be side by side off of corner number 4 down the front. Packed grandstands here once again for the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series.
When these fans see that Bomb Squad truck roll in, they see all these haulers pull up, they know they got to get to the track. They know there's going to be action.
He's still side by side down the Nellis Super Stretch into turn number 3. Ricky J takes the spot. It's our Sean now to the inside of
hard
Nelly.
in the wall, 103.
I think that bent a toe link.
I think it probably would have in this day and age of the next gen, but
We're racing Gen 6s out here.
yeah, a little more worried about the body work that's going to have to be done there. You're going to have to pull out some panels from the tires, might have a tire rub.
Jason San Diego looking to the inside of Greg Lovell down into turn 3. 022, again, another one of those Team Speedland cars that are celebrating their 25th anniversary season this year. Lovell into the outside wall that'll allow the 199 of Coulong to get to the inside. Danny Hardy also in the 03 going to be able to get to the inside of that 088.
Tough break there for Greg Lovell. Hopefully going to try and slot in here. Not going to be a hole. Keith McLean thought about going 3 wide there on the inside, thought better of it, had a good run. Danny Hardy not the best run through 1 and 2 there, but a slide back in behind the 088.
Inside Lovell just falling back here after that contact with the outside wall. You talked about it, body damage, more of a concern here with these Gen 6 race cars. Danny Hardy able to clear the 088, drifts up in front of them. They're going to be side by side here off corner number 2. That's Mac Daddy to the inside. Wait the patch, see Ricky J to the inside of Craddock. Leads that pass. All the while, Tyler Mallon still leads. Jason San Diego there in second. M. Coulong in third. Good runs up here at the front of the field for these top 3 right now.
Yeah, strong run there. Top 3 really the only ones been holding their position. Haven't had too many mistakes yet. 03 and 28 continue their charge together up through the field. See, that 193's worked his way back up, now up into the 6th, 7th spot. What do you think you would prefer, Joe? You'd prefer a little bit of body work, got to come pull the fenders out, or you maybe change that toe link? What do you think's more appealing for a team?
You know, there's a lot of layers to that question, Weaver. There's a lot of layers to that question. In terms of speed of repair, it's probably the body, right? Like, having to jack the car up, do all these things to get there to the toe link, and take out the old one, put in a new one. That takes a lot of time, so you lose a lot of time. But body...
Oh, 28 goes around! Keith McLean... Oh, heavy contact coming out of turn 2.
Caution for the 5th time here this evening. Mac Daddy. Are looking smushed like an oatmeal cream pie now. Here replay. Keith just gonna go around all by his lonesome. Gets the right side tire, or left side tires rather, down there. It's our Sean in 38.
Heavy contact there for the 38 BSR Sean.
Not able to woe up in time.
Kind of looked like 28 Keith McLean kind of fighting loose that whole corner, and like you said, got a little too low there on corner exit, and that's where it kind of just snapped around on him.
On board with 38. It's gonna be one of these moments where you're throttling up, hoping that you can miss them. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, you know, when you're coming up on a wreck like that, you're really asking yourself. You got 2 options. You could either really hit the brakes, slow down, and wait for the wreck to finish, or, like you said, try and gas it up, get around the wreck, and get past it before you get caught up in it. And, both are really viable options. A lot of pros and cons to each, and sometimes it don't work out, and that's one of those cases where it didn't work out for the 38.
Tyler Mallon going to win the race off of pit road. I have a couple two-tire stops there.
193, Ricky J going to be a big gainer here. Comes off third.
We're right on the edge of making it on fuel here tonight.
I believe someone in chat set the line at 3 for yellows before the end of this race, so we're at 1.
Greg, if you want to give us those live odds.
They messed up bringing us to Vegas, huh, Joe?
Yeah, well, you know. Cautions breed cautions. You know, I'm not going to lie, I hate that saying.
I hate it or love it. It
It's true.
usually is true.
I'm not saying it ain't true, but man, I hate that saying. It's fun to say, though. You're good, Craig. I hate it because I love green flag racing up here in the booth, you know? It makes my job easier. Ben, lucky for us, I'm actually not going to complete what I was going to say. Ben said, what about cautions breed bots? But I'm not going to finish what I was going to say. Already done one jinx tonight. Not going to do another. These car lights are out. We'll go back green flag racing next time by Tyler Mallon with the lead. Jason San Diego, Ricky J 1, 2, 3 here for the restart, coming to lap 62 of 94. Greg Lovell, Danny Hardy. Lost a couple drivers out of this race. Looks like Randy Waugh has taken that 21 car behind the wall.
21 was involved in quite a few incidents. None really of his doing there, but just a string of bad luck there for the 21.
Wish this football team could have some of that bad luck. You don't want to jump on that one, Weaver?
Who's his team?
Alabama.
Oh, their time's coming. Saban's got to retire eventually, right?
That's what conventional thought would be. As we get ready to go back, green flag racing, Tyler Mallon with control, coming to lap 63 of 94. Green flag, and we're back underway.
Oh, Jason San Diego getting loose there off, too. He saves it. Going to lose a few spots here, though.
Yeah, but not a bad thing, because he was able to get to the inside, let those guys pass on the outside. What kind of hurt Ricky J in that 193 when he had his moment on a couple restarts ago is Wiley King way down on the apron there. When Ricky J had his moment, he got to the outside, Weaver, and kind of that inside line has been the one that you want to be in, it seems like, here tonight. So getting stuck on the outside is a death sentence.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. A little mix of both. I think Ricky J had a little bit bigger of a save a few laps ago, and like you said, getting stuck on the outside. Never want to be stuck out there all alone. Altogether, Jason only losing 3 spots, now back in 5th.
Top 3 are nose to tail, and that's got to be a little terrifying if you're Tyler Mellon, the 47. You've kind of been the class of the field here tonight, right? That 47 team, they have been quick, good on pit lane, been out front. Ricky J, though, now with maybe some adjustments to that. Ford sitting there in second. Now the hunter rather than the hunted on a restart. Looking really good here on this run.
Yeah, I got to think that 193 team maybe made some changes when they were back in the pack. Maybe he learned a little bit about his car, trying to make those moves and really pushing it there, that he's out here maybe giving a little bit more beans late in this race.
Tim, I don't know what you're sorry about. And Greg, I like what you're thinking. I just hope my team gets to win one, okay? We can just have one. I would be very appreciative of it. Any Carroll there making a pass on like Coulong. Carroll's starting to put together some speed there with that 41. See Lovell going to lose a spot to Hardy in the 03.
Hardy continuing that march to the front. He lost his dancing partner there in Mac Daddy, but still running good. The caution is out.
Yes, our
Wreck on the
Sean
front
still
stretch.
spitting. Yeah, Magoo slow here.
Looks like just a single car spin there for the 38 BSR Sean going around off corner number 4. Well, Joe, I believe with this caution, everybody's going to come down pit road, should set them up good to go till the end.
Yeah, good to the end. You're probably, if you get a caution in 10 laps, you'll probably want to come back down and get tires again.
Yeah, if you don't, somebody will, and at a track like this, that could be all the difference. And no matter who it is, where they are right now, some fresh tires could really put some damage. Joe, we've had 2 drivers retire from this race, and we've had our fair share of cautions, but everybody's still on the lead lap. That's running 23 cars, still out there with a chance to win it.
Ricky J wins the race off pit lane. Tyler Mellon, Danny Hardy, Greg Lovell, Jason San Diego, your top 5. Now, Weaver, we sit here, as you said, we're good on fuel. We don't have to make a pit stop. We're good. We're good. What is the mindset for these drivers? Is it, okay, I'm definitely not coming back to pit lane? I mean, we've had 6 cautions tonight. We've really, I think the longest run we've had is about 15 laps. 15 laps from now will be pretty close to the end of the race. It might even be a caution that would end the race. Are you at all thinking about saving your stuff, or is this all out, foot to the floor, I want to win this race the next lap?
I really think there's a lot of factors that go into that, Joe. Really, where you're running on track is going to play a factor in that. I think if you're towards the front, you might try and save a little bit. If you're towards the back, you might run all out, or you might save a little bit and hope we do get another yellow and a lot of these leaders come in and you can afford to stay out now. I think everything's still wide open here. There's still a lot of racing left.
All right, real quick, I just want to say to chat, Tim, that's a new one that I haven't heard about, the Wolverines. I would just like to say that you need 4 people to spell a 4-letter word in your state, that you cheer for a football team, because I guess you're in my state. Fortunately for you. But college football, college rivalries are fun, Weaver. You enjoy your USF battle?
I ain't nothing. I'm ready to get to a real conference so we can get a real rival.
Ben, there's only one athletic school in Georgia. It is the University of Georgia. Georgia Tech is they're rough to watch. You ever watch a Georgia Tech football game, Weaver?
I believe I have a couple times.
Yeah, it ain't fun. Oh, Greg works at Georgia Tech. Oh, no. Greg, no. That is awesome, actually. That's awesome to work at Tech, because Tech is an awesome school. Athletics, they're getting there. They're working on them again.
Hey, they put up a good fight every now and then when they feel like it.
Yeah.
All about reasonable expectations, Joe.
He said it's kind of like watching the Bears, and as a Bears fan, he definitely, I guess he has plenty of experience kind of watching teams be a little disappointing. But hey, I'm right there with you as a Lions fan. Getting ready to go back green. Ricky J with control. Weaver's a Packers fan, so give him crap.
I can't stand up for him anymore. I was trying.
Getting ready to go back green, flag racing. Ricky J with control. Tyler Mail, Danny Hardy, Greg Lovell, Jason San Diego. Your top 5. Coming to lap 74 of 94. 21 laps to go. Green flag, we're back underway. Tyler Mellon once again, big dive to the inside from the driver of the 47, trying to get the nose there, not able to do so. Ricky J able to power back by on the outside line.
Ride that move to the inside early, didn't quite get under the 193, and he stays out front and pulls a little gap here through 3 and 4.
So now the march is on for Ricky J, trying to seal the deal on a 3rd straight victory to open the season here from Sin City. Trying to go 2 for 2 here on the West Coast swing. For side-by-side battle, Brian Voiles, Silver Bullet, for a Silver Bullet into the outside wall. There's Mac Daddy in the 28. Big dive to the inside. He's trying to rebound, but back up inside the top 10. See Nelly to the inside now, the 68 of Voiles for position.
You know, Joe, you talk about this 193 Ricky J. He's won first 2 races, looking to make it 3 to start the season, but they've been good wins, but they haven't come without their challenges. He's had to fight for all of them. He's fought today. He had that slip up, had to come through the field back to get to the lead here, and you can't say he's not doing it without a challenge.
resilience, right? I think that's always as a caution's out for the 6th time or 7th time tonight.
114 around off of turn 4. Oh, he went up and over, Joe.
Did he now? Ooh, got a tap from Magoo. Let's get you a replay. So Eli already going around here off the corner. There he goes. Magoo not able to slow up in time. Oof.
Caught that wall at a bad angle, gets that car up and over, does one roll, gets back on the tires.
Let's go on board with the 144. See that car out front step out? Goes Eli a little bit.
Only a couple of laps, but it is a parade to get down onto pit road. Looks like the 4 Silver Bullet going to stay out this time. Not sure if he will stay out for the whole caution period. They'll have to see.
I would think probably not.
Never know, Joe. You never know. Crazier things have happened. Line was at 3 yellows. We've hit 3. See if we get the over here. Under betters, go ahead and throw your tickets into the trash can.
Braddock going to win the race off pit road. Steve Grant second. So 2 tire calls there for those 2 cars. See how that shakes out.
Quite a few different strategies up and down pit road there. 4 tires, 2 tires. Nobody bold enough to take none unless the 4 ends up staying out here.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah, hitting the access road this time. Gonna give the lead over to the 22 of Rick Craddock. 22 not been running too bad. He's been in the top 10 most of the race here. Was in the top 5 early. Has a strong car.
Coming down to the end of this race, folks. Again, can't thank you enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, doing so helps support us so much here on JTN. Make sure you also say hello. See a couple new faces in chat tuning in. Elson Rodrigo. KJ in chat now as well. Julian Wilson. So, folks, again, cannot thank you enough for tuning in here this evening. We got some more great racing action coming up for you Saturday night under the lights from Anchorage, Alaska. Coverage of the US ORL Cup Series continues here on JTN, 10:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Then the Fast Renegade Cup Series makes their inaugural trip to the Portland International Road Course. Coverage beginning for that one, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And Monday, March 6th, the TMP Supercar Series heads to Memphis. We're going to be walking in Memphis, Weaver. Coverage kicking off 8:55 p.m. Eastern Time. Those races, much more, of course, live right here on only on JTN. And the best way to make sure you don't miss a second of the action is to make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on. So click that red subscribe button if it's red, and click the bell icon next to it, and you'll get notifications anytime we go live here on JTN. Man, Aussie Bill. Everyone's tuning in. It's weird. People start tuning in for the end of the races, Weaver.
Yeah, they know where it gets good. Where it gets great, I should say. This whole race has been pretty good here.
That's right. Update on the over-under of 3 cautions. Right now, if we don't get another one, all bets will be void. Because it'll be exactly 3. So.
A little push action.
Yeah, we'll call it a push. Everyone gets their money back. The book gets nothing, but you don't lose anything either. So.
See, this is why we got to throw in that 0.5.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I hate that 0.5.
they get you with that 0.5, man.
They dangle it out there in front of you.
A lot of gambling talk tonight. Remember, folks, always gamble responsibly. Never play with any more money than you're willing to lose. And always know the Vegas knows what they're doing. They set those lines where they do for a reason.
Yes, sir.
They're the smart ones.
And we the dummies up here in the booth.
Absolutely.
Need one more caution, Greg. Need one more caution. Only take what you're willing to leave. Yeah.
Going back green here with 13 laps remaining, 22 of Rick Craddock, your leader. 0-11 of Steve Grant in second, 193 of Ricky J in third. See how this one shakes out.
I'm going back green with 13 laps to go here from Las Vegas. Craddock, Ski Machine with control. Steve Grant, TeamSpeedland.com, Pontiac. And then the Voiles Trucking Ford of Ricky J in third. Into the restart zone. And back away we go. Green flag once again here from Las Vegas. Already Tyler Mellon, big move to the inside of Ricky J. Gonna look to the inside. We're gonna be 3 wide per second down into turns 1 and 2. Mellon gets through. Ricky J still on the outside of Grant in the 11.
Big move there. Now you know now's the time to make those moves. Got to get back to that front if you want a chance to win this race. Good job keeping it clean there through 1 and 2.
How did they manage to go 3 wide through that corner and Steve Grant stuck there in the middle with the old tires as the caution's out for the 8th time tonight? Is this where we start to get a lot of funnies?
It could be Joe got, I believe it was the 28 going around through 1 and 2 there.
Makes contact with the left rear of the 4, a Silver Bullet. See Eli in the 114 also going to kind of spin, avoiding that 28.
It was a good race going there for the 28 to keep McLean, as all the wheels have fallen off the train of that one.
Greg, you told us so. All right, so we're going back green with under 10 laps to go. No takers on pit lane at the front of the field. Not surprised, right? Not surprised to see that. Everyone wants to keep their track position here late in the race. What are the prevailing thoughts right now for you, Weaver?
My prevailing thoughts are, what is this 47 and 193 going to do to Rick Craddock on the restart here? We saw what they did to the 011 of Steve Grant there on that last restart. Gotta be looking for that move if you're Rick Craddock.
You're just waiting for it, right?
You know something's coming here. Gonna be less than 10 laps to go when we get the green flag. It's showtime.
Showtime like the Lakers?
It's always showtime.
Again, folks.
Yeah, you see the pyramid way back there?
Pyramid?
Yeah, the pyramid.
Out on the strip?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about it?
It's back there off turn 2.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. Yeah, I honestly haven't been paying too much attention to it.
I think the fans get a real good view when they're coming through turn 3.
Shout out to folks in southeastern Michigan. Just got a... there's the pyramid. You can see it there in the background. It's got only folks in Michigan can see that. Got a another winter storm warning. Absolutely lovely.
If you want, you can have some of these 90s we're having.
I think I'll take my really cold weather, honestly. I'm okay with it. I'm built for the cold. At least right now. Trying to trim a little bit, you know? Folks, it's our TWB 10 to go. Again, a big thanks to the folks at TWB for their sponsorship of this segment. And remember, if you want a sponsor segment like the TWB 10 to go here on JTN, you can contact us, JoeTowNetwork@gmail.com for rates and sponsorship opportunities of our broadcasts. Again, it's your TWB 10 to go. Who wouldn't want to be a part of a JTN broadcast, you know?
I couldn't think of any reason why you wouldn't want to be. I enjoy being part of them.
He was trying to think of a reason there too, folks. Did you hear that awkward silence? Oh.
So, I mean, I'm always shooting straight with everybody. You know, I'll give my honest opinion, but if you got a business and you want to get it out there to some sim racing folks, there ain't no better way to do it than to hit up Joe. Best bang for your buck.
We're going back green with 8 laps to go here. You talked about it. How aggressive does the 47 and 193 get to try to find a way around Craddock? Again, Craddock on 2 tires, although now cycled. Everyone's that was on force put a cycle on their tires. Does that kind of come in? Will that come into play here, Weaver?
Yeah, Joe, I think it might. You know, they ain't, they ain't fresh. They got a couple laps on them. Well, not a couple laps, but they got a couple corners on them. So
yeah.
Something to keep in mind. Some used them a little bit harder than others there in those 2 corners.
Yeah, I think those 2 right behind the 22 probably the most, right?
I think so, especially that 193 up top, trying to get that pass done.
Getting ready to go back green. Rick Craddock with control. Tyler Mallon, Ricky J, Steve Grant, and Nelly, your top 5. Going back to 8 laps to go here from Las Vegas. Green flag, we're back underway. Alrighty, Tyler Mallon looking to the inside of Craddock down into turn 1. Mallon gonna get that 47 Toyota there. Gonna have to lift a little bit through the center of the corner, but Mallon clears the 22, and now Ricky J to the inside.
DJ to the inside is going to be clear here going down into 3. Rick Craddock still under attack there. I believe that's the 103 looking below there for 3rd place.
Nelly trying to take over that 3rd spot. Craig Lovell going to be loose right in front of the field. Almost some contact with Denny Carroll. Lovell going to lose a lot of spots, but we stay green.
Big save there by the 088. Could have been a real big accident, but he gathers it back up. Everybody keeps it going.
Danny Hardy on the tail of Nelly in the 103. Going to look to the inside and try to take over this 4th spot.
193 Ricky J is on the hunt for that lead.
Going to see a duel here between the 2 cars that have been the class of the field here this evening. Tyler Mallon out in front. Ricky J sits in 2nd. 6 laps to go.
Down through 3 and 4, it's looking like a 2-car battle at the front here. Rick Craddock settled into 3rd. BSR Nelly in 4th. Danny Hardy in 5th. So we got 5 laps to go.
Five remain here from Vegas. Rick Craddock has solidified the 3rd spot for the time being. Nelly trying to hunt him down. Danny Hardy trying to find a way around the 103 as well. But now as the tires start to equalize, that task going to grow taller and taller in these last 5 laps. This time at the line, though, it'll be 4 laps to go here from Las Vegas. 6 miles left in this race.
4 laps to go on that 47. Tyler Mountain is starting to open up a little bit of a gap on that 193 here. Starting to try and pull away here and seal up this victory.
Things for Toyota has looked great here tonight. Allen trying to seal the deal for a win here in the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series. 3 laps remain.
Going to be 2 to go this time by. That lead is growing ever so slightly for that 47 to Tyler Mallon. Further back, got a tight grouping here on the battle for 5th position. Herman Reese into the wall. He's going to lose a spot.
Riley King in the 925. Steve Grant in that 11 car. Those Pontiacs around the Cadillac. Some GM work going on right now back here at the back of the top 10. They get singled out. Back to the front. Tyler Mallon with the lead through turns 3 and 4. This time off of corner number 4. The white flag will be displayed. 1 lap to go. One more circuit here from Sin City.
1 more lap for Tyler Mallon and that 47 crew to bring it home. 193 Ricky J, a little far back, is going to take a slip up for him to have a chance here through 3 and 4.
Ricky J doing all he can to try to catch this 47 to Tyler Mallon. Mallon doing a terrific job here on this restart to pull away from the driver that has dominated the first 2 races of this year. Off of turn number 4, the bridesmaid becomes the bride. Tyler Mallon wins in Las Vegas.
Tyler Mallon wins 193. Ricky J comes home second. Rick Craddock in the 22 third. 103 DSR Nelly comes home fourth. 03 of Danny Hardy rounding out your top 5.
So they're wrecking down the backstretch. Have to think that was a congratulatory bump. But Tyler Mallon with a fantastic run here tonight. Wins for the first time in the 2023 Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series season. First driver not to be named Ricky J to win as well. I know it's only the 3rd race, but it's always weird when a driver wins the first 2. Mallon brings it around and will burn it down for the fans here in Vegas. Move on to our post-race results. Get those on your screens momentarily here, folks. Tyler Mallon, your race winner here tonight. We'll talk with driver 47, BSR Ricky J, and Rick Craddock, your other 2 podium finishers. Again, make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, doing so helps support us so much here on the JoeTow Network, JTN. Again, results incoming, but before that, let's take one more opportunity to get a word with our friends from AutoSim 2. Have you ever wanted to manage your own racing team? Or what if you could go back in time to see if a particular season could have finished differently? Well, folks, have no fear because AutoSim 2 is here. With fully customizable roster files, you can create your own world or try to recreate the past. Heck, you could even try to predict the future through AutoSim 2's Sim Mode. Don't like the passive approach? Well, then get more hands-on in owner mode, where you decide who drives your cars and what companies will sponsor them. Down on your luck? Well, then scout some new talent that will get you to the top. Already super successful? Try moving up the ladder or expanding to truly solidify your racing empire. However you want to play, AutoSim 2 has you covered and is now available for purchase through the Steam store for $9.99. Now go make your mark and build your legacy in AutoSim 2. So again, folks, AutoSim 2 now available on the Steam store for $9.99. Again, AutoSim 2 now available on Steam, $9.99. Let's go ahead, as we're getting these results for you, let's go ahead and first bring in our race winner driver of the number 47 Toyota, Tyler Mallon. Tyler, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Winner, chicken dinner. How's it feel?
It feels great. I didn't finish second, so I felt like for a while I was gonna. I know Ricky was really fast all night, and when Craddock stayed out on 2 tires, I thought he was gonna like hang up there and be able to pull me off. But at 40, that setup was just so perfect all night long. Didn't have to make any adjustments to the car. It stuck wherever I put it. So I tested with Ricky for like, I don't know, a few hours last night. We were bored, and I think it paid off for both of us because we finished 1-2. So
I was going to say, how much has that teamwork really played a role, or at least factored into the speed you and this 47 team have had?
well, we don't actually share a lot of like information about the setups themselves. We usually just kind of run near each other on the track and see who's faster.
Okay.
But to have a good baseline for both of us is really important, because you need to know like what the ideal run speed is, or what the ideal speed is to save your tires the best throughout the long run. You need to know what the ideal short run speed is so you don't burn off your tires after 3 laps. And it's so much easier to gauge that with another person on the track with you. And so I feel like that is really where we've both benefited the most from it.
So maybe not teamwork, but camaraderie, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we, a lot of times, we're calling all of these BSR Cup Series races this year. We're looking forward to seeing you in this 47 team and as many of them as possible. But running with a group of drivers and continuously doing that, having familiarity with the field up and down the pylon, how important is that to kind of, building yourself up in a new group? I know, made first couple starts here, I believe tail end of last year, maybe last 10 races or so here at Bomb Squad, but kind of has this just been a natural building of kind of that familiarity and that comfort with those drivers, knowing that, hey, this is how fast I'm going to need to run if I want to compete? Or is it just more about, hey, I'm going to run as fast as I can, and if that's not good enough, well, I guess I'm going to finish second again?
I feel like it's on track. It definitely helps a lot, because getting more familiar with your opponents lets you race them cleaner, because you know how much room you need to give them. You know you get a general idea of what they're going to do based on what you do on track, and how they're going to react to things. So it's easier to not hit people, to put it bluntly, when you're familiar with them and you know how they're going to race you. And as for the speed thing, usually I'm going to just do the best I can, no matter what. Where I finish, and usually it works out. Get a lot of pretty good finishes.
Well, it works out here tonight, Tyler. Again, congratulations on the win in Vegas. Don't go spend all those winnings down there on the strip. But before we let you go, want to give you the opportunity. I got a lot of great partners for you in this 47 team. The floor is yours. You know what to do.
First, I want to thank Magoo and Ricky for letting me race here. It was Ricky who asked Magoo to let me into the clubhouse, and I can't really even say how much I appreciate it properly. It's been so much fun to come here and just hang out in a really relaxed environment and just put on a good show and have a good race with people who are very competitive at a lot of tracks. So at every track, I should say, everyone's very competitive here. I love being able to. There aren't enough open setup leagues out there as well, and this one is definitely a great one. So, but I really appreciate just being able to run here, and thank you guys for coming and broadcasting every week. So you guys always do a fantastic job. I always go and go back and rewatch all the broadcasts of races I'm in if they're on your channel, because I'm like, oh, how did the race go from their perspective? And you guys always put give a lot of in-depth detail about what other drivers are going through, as well as myself. So it's good to just see how the race went from a spectator's perspective. So thank you guys. Just thank you.
I love it. We always love to hear when we get anyone, especially drivers, saying they're going back and watch them. I'm glad to hear you enjoy them, because that's, at the end of the day, that's all we're trying to do. Give you something enjoyable to watch. But Tyler, again, congratulations on the win here tonight. No, this is this was a long time coming. Nothing that we didn't expect to eventually happen, but I know it must feel really good to have it happen here tonight. Congratulations on that. Cannot thank you enough for your time, and go celebrate that victory here in Vegas.
Thank you.
Tyler Mallon, driver the number 47, your race winner here tonight. Let's go ahead and next bring in our second place finisher. He's the driver of the number 193, Voiles Trucking Ford, BSR Ricky J. Ricky J, you got a copy.
Hello, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing good. How does it feel now that the streak's over to start the year, and you can kind of put all those weird things behind you and just go out and win races?
It feels good. It feels good. feels very good. We had a good car tonight. We had a little bit of a hiccup on a restart in the middle of the race. Didn't quite get the long run we were hoping for, but it was all right.
Let's take us back to that, because up here in the booth we're shocked, right? It's not too often we see the driver of the number 193 make a mistake, but a mistake there on the restart. Car kind of steps out on you. You do a good job of saving it. Everyone does a good job of not running you over. But then, we were talking about, it didn't seem like you were pushing the issue to try to drive back up through there. Was it just a matter of trying to save the tires a little bit after maybe using them up a little more than you would have liked trying to catch it?
Yes, exactly. That first off, it scrubbed off a little bit of tire on that initial run there, and then after that, yeah, it's just a game of making sure we, don't drive off our tires too hard, because that's one of the easiest mistakes obviously anybody can make, is just running the car too hard. So we were just making sure that we didn't run the car too hard, but took advantage of every opportunity when we had momentum we could, and just got back up there, but just not quite enough at the end.
Not quite enough at the end, but some great battles there with Tyler. How we talked with Tyler about kind of the maybe not teamwork but camaraderie, right? Talked about not having a lot of exchange of information, but a lot of using each other as a benchmark. How do you think, how has that improved your on your end? How has that kind of helped you get a little bit quicker, get a little faster, become a better racer?
Oh, it helps a lot. Being able to have somebody else who does a lot of setup work as well, but doing a lot of different things from what I would normally do. Being able to go out there and test and run with each other, and to be able to spike off some information with each other to give us an idea. Okay, what can we do better? How can we improve our car, make it faster, more comfortable, etc. And when you have somebody who is also a specialist that does different things that you can work with and trade off information on each other, it just helps make both individuals better at the end of the day. So it really does make a huge difference. And without that, it would be much harder to do better. So couldn't ask for a better person to do that with.
Well, Ricky, it's been a fantastic start for you and this 193 team this year. Win the first two races. First one at Daytona last week at Auto Club. Again, congratulations on the hot start to the year. But before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity again. As always, a lot of great partners for you in this crew. The floor is yours, buddy. You know what to do.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to you guys, first off, for doing the broadcast week in and week out. We appreciate you for being able to put these races on, and so that everyone has something to enjoy on their Thursday evenings. We appreciate that. Just thank you to everyone here at Bomb Squad Racing for coming out and racing and being a part of this wonderful series with us. It's been a lot of fun. We have some great times. And obviously, Brian and Kathy Voiles, thank you guys for everything you do. Magoo, just everyone here. for continuing to put on the show, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Well, Ricky, as always, again, thank you for taking the time to talk with us after this one. Congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. Congratulations to the hot start to the season. And good luck here on the last leg of the West Coast Swing next week in Phoenix.
Thanks, Joe.
BSR Ricky J, driver of the 193, your second place finisher here tonight. Let's go ahead and finally bring up our third place finisher, driver of the number 22, Rick Craddock. Rick, you got a copy?
How we doing, Joe?
I'm doing good. You sound like you're doing pretty good in the after finishing third here tonight. How's it feel?
Hey, what do you do when you go to Vegas? You gamble.
Well, take
And I
us through it.
Gambled.
2 tires.
2 tires. I was stuck in that 6th and 7th place and couldn't get a good run on people when I needed to. So when that pit came up, insides were worn a little, but not too bad. So I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, now it's time to do it. So I went 2 tires, and first restart we did okay, but that second restart, I had been starting in first all night. Then after I went 2 tires, I started in second. And then on that last restart, I got it bogged down a little bit too much, just didn't get a good start. And at that point, I was thinking, okay, these guys are going to go around me, just hang on to third. And it paid off. You know, I took 2 tires. I was in 6th and finished third. So, hey, I'll take that gamble.
Hey, it's a good gamble anytime you can improve the position. I mean, when you see that caution come out right, you know, not even a lap after you get back out there, were you thinking that was going to be an advantage? Obviously, you had to have seen Tyler and Ricky split Steve Grant in the 011 behind you. You had to see that in your rearview mirror.
Yeah.
What kind of went through your mind when that caution comes out and you know those two drivers, they got 4 tires right behind you?
Well, actually, when that last caution come out, it kind of made me feel like, okay, they got a little more on their tires, you know, not much. And with the way that the restart that I'd got, and I'd kind of held in good, I thought I got a shot at this. You know, I thought I might be okay. But then, like I said, coming for the green, I knew I got too slow for a second gear, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to hold them off at that point. Once they got around me and I kind of settled back in, I was running times with them. You know, I may have even gained a little bit on Ricky, not much, but I kind of felt like I had an equal car. So it was all the restart. If I could have just held on through 1 and 2, I might have been decent, but it just wasn't going to happen.
Nonetheless, Rick, a fantastic gamble there at the end to get the podium spot. A great run for you in this 22 team. Up again, like you said, you're up top 10, top 5 all night long in the hunt. Again, congratulations on a great finish and race here tonight. But before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. A lot of great partners on this 22 team. The floor is yours. You know what to do.
Yeah, just everybody, BSR, JTN, Brian Bowles, Trucking, just a great job to everybody. Appreciate all the support that we get from all of you all. And Ski Car is going to try and make a run at it this year, and hopefully we got a pretty good start at it. And I appreciate everybody that supports us.
Well, Rick, as always, cannot thank you enough for your time. Congratulations on the 3rd place run, and go crack open a couple of those Ski Citrus sodas.
Hey, got them sitting right here.
Yeah, Rick Craddock, driver of the 22, 3rd place finisher here tonight. Thanks, Rick.
See ya.
And folks, that's going to wrap up our coverage here tonight from Las Vegas. You heard 3 drivers. You know, it's not, you know, we talk with the top 3 every single broadcast, right, Weaver? It's not too often that all 3 drivers bring a lot of energy up into the booth, because it seems like someone's always disappointed, but not the case here tonight.
Yeah, I think everybody should be happy with that race. Everybody involved. It was a real fun race to watch, a real fun race to call. And if you just tuned in there for the end, maybe consider going back and rewatching the beginning and getting a real feel for the whole race and how it played out.
A lot of great moments that you'll be able to find on our YouTube Shorts feed as well, so you want to make sure you're subscribed. You can also find those moments on our TikTok and Instagram at JoeTowNetwork. Again, folks, we're going to be live next Saturday night under the lights from the Anchorage Speedway out in Anchorage, Alaska for the USRL Cup Series. 10:45 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday night. We'll be live again next week from Phoenix right here with the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series. And in between then, a lot of great racing action going to happen, so make sure you're subscribe to us, you click the bell icon to be notified when we go live, and you're following us on all our social media at JoeTowNetwork on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. New episodes of the Fake Racers podcast has been released on your favorite podcast platform. Go check it out either on that platform or over with the video component on JTN2. We'll also be releasing shorts with that podcast right here on JTN. It's your one-stop shop for everything. Maybe you missed our voices a little bit in the middle of the day. Go check them out. But folks, as always, cannot thank you enough for tuning in here this evening. For all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, for my colleague Joseph Weaver, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks, and we'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks.
Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checker. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh!